can see that kind of narrowness to the top of that head. That's going to tell us that's a female elephant. And it does look like there's some mammary glands to that elephant, which is just on the under. There we go. We're going to see the young elephant start feeding. Oh my word, we are literally having the best afternoon. There are more elephants that are coming down to the watering hole. Isn't this just fantastic? This is one of the best afternoons I've had here at this watering hole. I almost don't know where to look. There's just so much going on. Look at all these elephants come down. Look how excited they are. There's a youngster there. It's been a long day of browsing. Look at the way they walk. Oh, look at that sweet little elephant coming down. It doesn't have any tusks. It's still very... Oh, wow. Look at this small one. There's a tiny, tiny elephant to the right. Wow. Look how cute this elephant is. Oh, my word. That is the cutest little elephant I've ever seen. Oh, wow. Isn't this special? Look at how small this little Ellie is. It's just incredible. This is a really, really big, really, there's a massive elephant just on the background there. You can see him walking. So what was really fascinating is that we stood here with just one elephant earlier, and both Chandra and I were like, could this only be the only elephant here? And next thing we knew, there were 40 to 50 elephants coming down to the watering hole. So that's... And at the moment, we've got about 20, but I feel like there could be more. And it's so great when you see these big herds, these big breeding herds of elephants. Can you hear that sound? So this is a moment to take a screenshot. There's another really small elephant that's coming in. This is just magical. Look how excited this little elephant is. It's so excited. There he comes. Let's watch. There he just got some water. How deep will he go into the water though? This is incredible. There you go, drinking. So these young elephants don't really know how to use their trunks as well as the elder ones, but you can see at least it knows how to fill some water up in the trunk and pour it into his mouth. So I'm just gonna get into a position where we might be able to see this a bit better. Gracie, aged 8, is asking, does Elvis like it when we meet these big breeding herds of elephants? I can tell you right now, Elvis is feeling more than excited. But let's just get into a position, Gracie, aged 8, where we get to see all these elephants down here. This is just... Oh, this is awesome, hey? There's the young ones, there's the big ones, the sub-adults, there's all of them. And Gracie, I'm sitting here with Elvis the Ellie, and I can tell you that Elvis is very excited. Look at that little bit of water on that young elephant there. Truly, this is a big blessing to sit with so many elephants. So we just came in time for this big breeding herd to come down. And what was really quite interesting was learning a little bit about how this breeding herd came down here. Hold on, we've got two elephants that look like they're playing in the distance over there. There's quite a little bit of interesting behavior between two young elephants. Beautiful light on these elephants here. So they're just playing just before they came to get something to drink. So all those elephants that are down here walking away now have pushed off those buffalo that were not so far away. But it's actually, here comes that buffalo. So that buffalo has moved away from that big breeding herd of elephants that were coming through. So there's that. You can see there's quite a lot of mud on this buffalo. He's been pushed off by these elephants. Both of them are here. But there, you have a look. When you're coming back to these elephants, they're starting to throw some dust on them now. There we go. That's awesome. That'll help them. So they would have put some water on them, and now they're gonna put some dust on them. Sizemon would like to know, do elephants and hippos sometimes come into contact with each other? Yes, of course, they most definitely do. But as you've noticed, well, we've seen there is a hippo in this watering hole that has been very, very relaxed throughout this afternoon. And it's only when they feel threatened in terms of getting pushed out of the watering hole that these hippos will make any noise about it. Jeez, there's just so much to see. So have a look at these elephants that are now playing in the mud. This is so special. So exactly where the buffalo were, they chased those buffalo, or the buffalo just moved off rather very slowly. They moved off, and these elephants came down and started to play in the mud. Very, very cool. Look at them splashing the mud. So if you want to screenshot some elephants splashing away in the mud here, please do so. This is so great. So they're covering themselves. This will help them not only protect them from the harsh rays of the sun during the heat of the days, but it also, I think that, to be honest, I think they also really enjoy just throwing the mud on themselves. And it'll help them with different parasites that jump on their backs. It's also a little bit of a bath for them. As much as we wouldn't see that, because when we throw mud on ourselves, we think we get quite dirty. That's very cool to see these elephants playing here like this. Look at that. Yo, this is incredible. Look at them playing in that mud there. Getting right in there. So there's not only just one of them in there, there's another one just behind the tree that's also throwing mud all over itself. I think, it's so worthwhile to see all of these elephants playing over there. So I'm just going to get in a position maybe where we might be able to see those elephants playing in the mud. Alright, I'm going to sit in this position for a bit longer and just watch what these elephants might do. It'd be worthwhile to watch the interactions of these two elephants here. It looks like, ooh, there we go. So there's also what seems to be a young elephant after these guys stop playing, because this is fascinating to watch them playing like this. Oh wow, this is cool. They're just playing. You can just see a bit of the dust coming out behind them there. Oh, it's just so much. Look at that. This is incredible. It's pushing itself. There we go. That elephant just pushed the other one away. And to the left is this small little Ellie over there. That Ellie was just lying on the floor there, which was interesting there, where it might just get back down on the ground while we watch these two fight. There it is. It's on the ground. Sweet. Look at that little elephant there. There's so much going on. There we go. These two elephants are still having just a little bit of conflict. I think that they're just playing with each other though. A little bit of play between the two elephants. It's good bonding, social bonding between them. Oh, it all started with one elephant. Next thing you knew, the elephants playing with each other, young elephants drinking. Look at this. This is so cool. They've got their trunks wrapped. They're just rubbing against each other there. Look at this. Oh, Looks like they're just sizing each other up. They both look like they're similar age. One's reversing off into the water there. It's great to watch. There you go, so the one's back now. It's not going back into that water. So it could also be a little bit of dominance display between two young males. They're just trying to feel what it's like to have their trunks and their tusks grow bigger. It's a great little interaction between those elephants. It's always fascinating to see them. So here they've just come across another elephant. So we still have quite a few of the elephants around. Oh, looks like what's going on here? He's kicking. It looked like he was kicking the other elephant there. A judo kick. That was a great little bit of interaction between the elephants. Also, this has been such a fascinating sighting. A huge breeding herd of elephants that came down to drink some water. Really, really such a special sighting. We're going to see if there's anything else that might happen. But Jamie is out there and she's found another large group of animals. Let's go and see how Jamie is doing this afternoon. This is just incredible. I didn't even know how to start there. This elephant just came and just dipped itself in the watering hole. What a pleasure, incredible sighting of elephants this afternoon. And look, half his body is full of mud now and water, and they're still playing in the watery areas. Look at this. Wow. You can hear the sound of the tusks as they hit each other. This is such a special sighting. These two elephants have been playing with each other for at least 15 minutes now. Fascinating to watch these juveniles playing. Splashing all over each other, jumping in the mud, kicking, shoving. Wow, look at this. This is a full-on little tussle between these elephants. They're still going. This is so cool. And they're still going. I'm just going to stay quiet while we listen to them still hit. You can really hear it when their tusks hit each other. Coming closer, pushing this one further and further back. They lock. So cool to see this. Half the body of this elephant is filled with mud. They're still going. So there's a little bit of tension. It seems like it's two males. And Sarah was just asking, would two females do this? And you wouldn't often see two females fighting like this. It's more between young males that will be playing and hitting each other with their tusks and pushing each other into the water. This one doesn't want to stop playing. He keeps following the other one in whatever direction it goes. Sword fight. They are having a little sword fight around this watering hole, turning around. No, doesn't want to play anymore. They're going back into the water. You can see the water looks still very, very green as they run through it. Look at them, they're still going. Look, this is such an incredible thing to see two elephants playing and fighting like this. The tusks are still hitting each other. Their trunks are coming interlocked. I've been silent every now and then just to listen to that sound of those tusks hitting each other. The sound of those. It's only built and got stronger and stronger, this fight between these two elephants. But it's been the same story. The one elephant that's behind this one pushing, and it almost seems like it's trying to display a little bit more dominance on this other male. They've been running all the way around this watering hole. Just while those are behind there, have a look at this elephant that's walking in front of us. And it's walking right past that hippo there, so it's not the only two elephants that are here. We still have one elephant that's quite clearly observing what's going on. You can still hear the sound of those two that are fighting, their tusks hitting each other. You can hear the sound of the hornbill between this fight of two young males. Looks like this elephant, this other elephant that we just saw by the watering hole is coming towards those two, as if maybe to settle the fight. Seems like another male. You can hear the sound of trees breaking as they fight in the distance there. There's quite a bit of tension between these two elephants. Let's just quickly see if these elephants run out. If they don't run out in the next, you can most certainly hear them. If they don't run out in the next 10 seconds, let's move off to Jamie and see how she's doing with the large breeding herd of buffalo. But they're still going, they're still fighting. And now you can see trees coming down. It's just so worthwhile watching this fight now move off into these thicker areas now with trees falling down, and it looks like the other one is now moving off here. The other one is just run off into the distance. Love water. That is their favorite place to be, is in the watering areas. And we've just had two elephants that came down to the watering hole. So this is really, really exciting. And you've just come for the most exciting part of it, as these two elephants here have been fighting for quite some time. It's been a fascinating afternoon. So we are sitting with two of the largest animals in Africa. These are the elephants, the two elephants, and the hippopotamus. And these two elephants, as I said, have been boxing, or just having a little bit of a fight. So just as we've started with those animals, we should actually have a look and see who's talking to you. It's me, Samuel Chevalier from Wild Earth TV or Safari Live, and working out here with Jean-Ray, the cameraman. We've had a fantastic afternoon, and we're so happy to have you kids out with us this afternoon, because we've been experiencing so many different elephants. We've been watching elephants fight, and there are still two elephants that are fighting here. There's Asia Lee would like to know, how many teeth does a hippo have? It's got quite a number of little teeth, but it's got two major teeth in the middle there. So if we are very, very lucky, we'll see the hippo open its mouth, and you'll see that there's two at the bottom, two at the top that are very, very big. Very scary when you see the size of hippo teeth. But we can hear the sound of elephants running. There we go. Listen to them, they are making quite a noise. They've been playing with each other for about half an hour now. Can you hear the sound? Welcome back, kids. So these elephants are still fighting. You can see them. There's branches coming out of the bushes there. He's trumpeting quite loudly. This is possibly one of the bigger elephant fights I've seen in some time. Here comes, he's making quite a bit of noise. It's really, really interesting to see these really big animals making such a lot of noise and crashing over bushes. So you could have seen some of those branches that were coming off the tree there. That just shows you the strength of an elephant. Rihanna would like to know, how much does an elephant weigh? Well, you can get different sizes of elephants, of course, and they can get up to 4 to 5 tons. That is a really, really heavy elephant. But these elephants that we're looking at now is probably about 1 to 2 tons. They're young males that are having a little bit of, looks like they're having a little fight. But they've been fighting for quite some time now, which is quite interesting. But here we are with a hippo that's just in front of us. Did you see that water that just spurted out of that hippo over there? Isn't that cool? Jordan would like to know, how does it help from predators? Jordan, if you can see this elephant, wow, look at that. Wow, that is amazing. Great filming by Genre, managing to catch the yawn of that hippo. So just going back to your question, they protect themselves by not only sitting out in these watering holes in the middle of the watering hole, but you saw the size of that mouth there. No animal wants to come across a hippo, especially with the size of that mouth. And you saw the teeth there, as I explained earlier. It's now shown you in a direct experience of that hippo. You saw those big teeth that were in there, the big canines. So that was really, really cool. And what's important to know is that hippos don't actually eat fish. You would think that they would eat fish because they live in water during the day. They actually come out at nighttime and they feed at night. These elephants are still fighting over here. So let's just quickly go back to those elephants. So as I said, that hippo will come out at nighttime to feed. So it doesn't feed inside the water itself. Whereas these elephants that we are looking at now will be feeding both day and night on this foliage. But look, they fight. Wow. Is making a big, big noise. It's not happy, as you can hear. That was very, very cool. There's so much going down by the watering hole.
Special African animal and one of my favorites, looking at a warthog and a family or a sounder of warthog. Now, how many of you have ever watched The Lion King? If you remember Pumbaa was a warthog, just like these guys.
So kids, we've just had the most incredible time down by the watering hole with all those elephants as well as that hippo that yawned, and now we've got an amazing shot of birds flying in between these trees as well as the magnificent African sun that is setting on another day in Africa. So it's been a truly remarkable day, and our cameraman Genre has managed to find the most beautiful shot of this sun going down over the savannah. Wow. Have a look at the different birds as they jump on those trees. That is awesome. There goes some birds off into the distance there. So as much as there's lots of action with animals out here, the sun always brings a very, very peaceful ambience. So it's very, very calming to watch the sun go down, especially behind these beautiful African trees. So that's an incredible, incredible shot of the sun moving down this evening. And let's just think about how cool it was to watch those elephants playing and that hippo yawning. And we are now off to go and see if we can find some lions that we saw earlier. So hopefully myself and Jean-Ray will drive down and locate and find you some lions. But in the meantime, let's head off to Jamie and see how Jamie is doing while the sun sets. We have just found some honey badgers on the show this evening. There it is. Awesome, there's two there. There's two honey badgers. I'm going to stop there. Awesome, this is the first time I'm seeing one.
Go back,
Wait.
go back, go back.
Let's go back a bit. This is so exciting.
Stop, stop.
There they are. I'm just going to reverse a little bit more. You can see the one in the background walking there. That's one honey badger. That's another there. Looks like it's just run around that termite mound there.
Let's go.